Disney PIXAR is full of secret mysteries. Was Randall Andy's monster? And is Pizza Planet an actual planet? I plan on getting to the bottom of all of that and more, starting with the secret code. Did you know there's a secret code literally hidden within every Pixar movie? That's right, the code A113 can be found in literally every Pixar movie, dating all the way back to Toy Story. Take a look. You see it on the license plate. I'm just saying, already there. Bug's Life, and it's on the box, A113, you see it. Oh, it's gonna be in Finding Nemo, take a look. It's on the camera. Oh, and The Incredibles, A113. That one seems like a little like it's pushing it, but.
A113.
2 o'clock.
Oh, we got a second A113 in The Incredibles. Oh, Cars, where's it gonna be? On the train himself. Ratatouille? I love this movie. Wait, where is it? That was a very, very intense hidden Easter egg. That one is very, very obvious. Sometimes they're hiding this more than others. Up. Oh, look at it. On the courtroom. Is it on the plane? It is on the plane. Dang. Brave. Oh my gosh, this dates back to like medieval times. Oh yeah, that's even like medieval language. I wouldn't know that means A113. Sully, what are you doing? Oh, it's on the door. Oh, I think that's, oh, I see it on the graffiti. Do you see it? Oh, the Good Dinosaur. I don't see it. Is this a stretch? Let me know in the comments. Like that's pushing it. Like those just look like sticks to me. I don't know. Finding Dory. On their little name tags. That's a really cute way to do it. Oh, license plate again. They're liking to hide it on the license plate. Cars 3. Oh, it's just on the door. So what is the secret behind the secret code? I'll let our friend from Screen Crush explain that one.
Now, A113 was a
right
classroom
there.
number at the California Institute of Arts where many of Pixar's staff went to school.
Wait, the classroom number where a ton of the Pixar staff went to school?
Director Brad Bird was actually the first person to use this Easter egg in his short film, A Dog's Life.
Wait, that's so interesting. So it has like a personal connection to the creators behind the amazing Pixar movies. And that is not the only Toy Story Easter egg that's made a reoccurring appearance. The Pizza Planet truck is just as famous, but that secret may have a bit more meat to it. Is Pizza Planet an actual planet? Just like the secret code A113, the Pizza Planet truck has been popping up in every Pixar movie since Toy Story. Let's take a look at this video from Jessica Norton, who managed to catch most of them. All of the sightings of the Pizza Planet truck. So this is from A Bug's Life. It's already, that was a long time ago. Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc. Hold on, that looks just like A Bug's Life, by the way. Finding Nemo, that's a bit of just like a flash-by scene. He's in Cars as like a full-on character. I love that. Ratatouille. It made its way all the way to France. You can really pick this thing up because it has like a rocket ship on the top of it. WALL-E, which could be like a post-apocalyptic situation going on. It's undersea. Please tell me the origin story. How did it end up under there? The Good Dinosaur. If you can't tell, I think those were like meteors or comets. And so, hold on. We're gonna say, can we fully say that we're sure this is the Pizza Planet truck? Parked right outside Monsters University. And it made it all the way to Brave. This car is indestructible. Like it's been under the sea, it's been in outer space, and on someone's calf. Not the cutest tattoo. Oh, it's in Coco. I love that movie. Incredibles 2. It really is. It's almost not even an Easter egg at this point. It's like an obvious, like, can you spot it situation. It's Minnie when it's in Italy. A tiny little Pizza Planet truck. But how did the Pizza Planet truck end up in all of these places? Well, our next secret may have the answer to that. So our friends over at Screen Crush may have a pretty wild explanation as to why the Pizza Planet truck could have popped up all over the Pixar timeline. Maybe it isn't a truck, but rather an actual spaceship in disguise. And it all comes from a scene in The Good Dinosaur.
The Pizza Planet truck can be seen 65 million years in the past,
Look at it.
orbiting in space.
So long
This,
ago.
Along with the wood carving from the Pizza Planet truck and Brave is
Also
definite
long
proof
ago.
that either time travel exists or the pizza truck really does come from a pizza planet.
That would certainly explain why we've seen it in all of these different Pixar movie locations, especially in places that it doesn't belong. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Supposedly, there is one movie in the Pixar universe that unfortunately does not feature the Pizza Planet truck, and that would be The Incredibles, which broke a decades-long tradition, something no one could have seen happening. Well, maybe Edna could, but to understand why she could, you'd need to hear our next secret. Edna can see the future. That's right, our feisty little fashion designer may actually have superpowers herself. Or that's at least what comic book resource thinks. Let's see what they have to say.
Lee hates capes. So much that it's become her
She does hate
catchphrase.
capes.
She says in the movie that capes have caused the deaths of the supers.
I mean, look.
And that's why she refuses to make any costume with capes.
She's looking
Some
out for
theorists
people.
believe Edna is a super herself with the power to see the future, which explains why she made the Jack suit in the
She
first
could
film
see the future,
specifically
'cause he lights on
fireproof,
fire.
even though she said she didn't know the baby's powers.
I mean,
this
makes
is
sense.
especially the case when she mentioned Strato Girl, who was, as she put it, only a child,
Aw.
when her cape caused her to get sucked into the engine of a jet.
That is really
Yikes.
sad.
Another theory is that Syndrome asked Edna to make him a super suit as well, but she saw the fact that he would be a problem for
He's
the
a bad
Incredible
guy.
family, a family she cares for dearly, so she purposely made him one with a cape, predicting
Kinda
it
smart.
would be his demise because he was evil.
That actually makes so much sense. So maybe Edna saw the Pizza Planet truck coming and made sure we never saw it. But why? Was she afraid of the little green men? It's just one of a few secrets from The Incredibles. But luckily we found the rest. The Incredibles is full of secrets. Well, The Incredibles was missing more than just a Pizza Planet truck. It was pretty light on secrets itself, despite making so many appearances in other PIXAR movies. And our friends at Screen Crush managed to find them.
When Mr. Incredible and Frozone are listening to the police radio in the car, we see a sign for Andy's room referencing Toy Story,
Andy's coming!
and Luxo Deli, which plays kudos to the Luxo lamp. A113 is the meeting room where Bob is ambushed by the Omni Droid, but the Pizza Planet
So
truck
many
is
Easter
nowhere
eggs
to be
at one
found. Where'd it go?
time.
Director Brad Bird claims this is because he forgot.
I never noticed the Andy's room shout out like that. But while the first movie was light on secrets, the second one had much more. Which takes us to our next secret. Incredibles 2 had twice as many secrets. While the first Incredibles was a little light, Incredibles 2 picked up the slack. Take a look at this.
In The Incredibles 2, the team's logo appears in Cinderella's castle. Dad
Wait,
Tech's
that's so
business
cool.
card has the address 1200 Park Avenue, which again is Pixar's business address. We also see the classic
didn't know
60s
that.
TV shows Johnny Quest and The Outer Limits.
Oh, what a classy
The Safari
baby.
Court Hotel is based off the Safari Inn, an LA motel which has been featured in films like True Romance and Apollo 13. And the geometric figures on this painting actually represent the members of the Incredibles family.
I could see that.
There's this billboard for Triple Dent Gum, you know, from this commercial.
Triple Dent Gum.
The song from the gum commercial.
During the train sequence, she borrows a couple moves from
Ooh,
Tobey Maguire
she does
and
look
Spider-Man
like
2.
Spider-Man,
Jack's trip into
100%.
another dimension is a parody of Poltergeist, which also starred Craig T. Nelson.
Oh.
This movie marquee says Dementia 13, a 1963 film written
That's
by
a
Francis
real
Ford
movie?
Coppola and his directorial debut. However, the letters and numbers on the marquee are arranged to make the title read
A113. There's so many Easter eggs I just saw in like 2 seconds. In case you're wondering, that's not the only time we see Triple Dent Gum make an appearance in other movies. And our next secret may explain why the catchy jingle is magically unforgettable. Triple Dent Gum is magic. That's right, Riley's favorite gum with the tune she can't forget may actually be magic, which could be why Riley's brain just can't let go of it. Here's the details from the Wentworth brothers.
Do you know the Triple Dent Gum commercial
Of course.
from Inside Out?
It's
the
catchy.
one with the jingle that everyone has stuck in their
We
head?
all love
well,
it.
the reason people can't seem to forget about this commercial isn't because of a catchy tune. It's
Why?
because it's magical. That's right. Triple Dent Gum possesses magic, and that magic is what gets the jingle stuck in everybody's head, making
But it's
them
also
buy
catchy.
more gum. I know that's pretty bizarre, but hear me out. In a different movie, Onward, magical creatures live amongst each other, and citizens used to use magic all the time.
Do they have
and
Triple
at the end
Dent
of the
Gum?
movie, magic gets reinstilled into that society. Now,
Right.
it may seem entirely unrelated from any other Pixar movie, but if you look closely at Ian's room,
I'm
you
looking
can see
closely.
that he has a pack of Triple Dent
Ooh,
Gum.
I
and
see it.
here's the kicker. When they go to the gas station, the TV in the background is playing that same commercial of Triple Dent Gum, which means that Triple Dent Gum was created in this magical world, and they were able to somehow transfer it over to the
Interesting.
human world.
I'm just saying, like, if you have a catchy jingle, people also are going to buy more of your product. But in case you're wondering, that's not the only Easter egg from the gas station in the movie Onward. In fact, Onward is full of secrets. The many secrets of Onward. Onward was a magically underrated film with lots of fun references to classic fantasy stories like The Lord of the Rings and so much more. Let's check it out.
Also, magic beans for sale at the gas station.
Magic
a
beans.
reference to Jack and the Beanstalk.
Oh,
You can
Beanstalk.
actually
I was
see
gonna
giant
say
beanstalks
Harry
later
Potter.
in the film. The Pizza Planet truck now works for Pizza
Classic.
Realm, and you can find it at the toll booth. And the toll
Oh.
bridge also includes the cozy cozy cones from Cars. Barley's map
Cozy
shows areas
cones.
called the Brave Wilderness and Lock Lake, references to Brave, and a short called the Ballad of Nessie. In the opening scene, a Gandalf lookalike is speaking to a crowd where you can see the
Gandalf.
rock trolls from Frozen and an Elvish version
wait,
of
show me the rock
to a
trolls.
crowd where you can see the rock trolls from Frozen
I love the
and
rock
an Elvish
trolls.
version of Bonnie from Toy Stories 3 and 4. There are also references hidden in the store titles. A restaurant called Burgershire serves second breakfast, an homage to this.
We've had one, yes. What about second breakfast?
And another cafe
I would like some second breakfast.
is called The Sword and the Scone, a play on the Disney
Sword
classic
and the
The Sword and the
Stone.
Stone. And this cup has the same logo from Poultry Palace, where Bonnie and her family ate
Oh.
in Toy Story 4. There are also other riffs on pop culture, such as Cloak and Cola, the cereal Trolleos, Mountain Dew, a Lord of the Rings reference, and the game Prance Prance Revolution. The hero's quest is inspired
That's a
by
hard
Dungeons
game.
and Dragons, including a fight with the gelatinous cube. Barley's
Ew.
quest of Your Book is even modeled after a D&D manual. And Barley's jacket features a 20-sided die, which is also from D&D.
That's a lot of
Barley's mixtape
sides.
is written with the same font as Lord of the Rings. The cook in Manicore's Tavern is Remy the Rat
So
from
many
Ratatouille, and the
details.
waiters are
Oh,
wearing
the
Mickey's
rat!
hat from The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
did you
There are
notice
a few
Ratatouille?
references to the MCU too. Poultry Palace has a menu item that says Wield the
Thor.
Gauntlet, a reference to Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet.
Honestly, that's kind of baller packaging. Like, I would definitely eat those fries. But what if this is clearly where Ratatouille learned how to cook? Like I mentioned, he was just shown in Onward in the kitchen. And just like Onward, Ratatouille is cooking up some secrets too. There's a connection between Ratatouille and the movie Up. If you're a fan of Ratatouille, then the next batch of secrets that our friends at Screen Crush found will definitely be a treat. See what I did there? Cooking up treats. Ratatouille, he's a chef. Okay, anyways.
The Incredibles pops up twice in this movie. The first is in Linguini's Mr. Incredible boxers and Mr. Incredible.
I never noticed that. I never looked close enough at the boxers until now, but now we
also
know.
on a poster when Chef Skinner chases Remy. And a lot of
Oh, I
Pixar
see.
characters order from the same Chinese restaurant, even in France.
That sounds
in
good.
Linguini's fridge, you can see this takeout container from A Bug's Life and many other
Literally
movies.
the same.
I think not.
And as a nod to Disney, or maybe a mandate, Mickey Mouse ears form out of bubbles and a
Oh
pot.
my gosh,
And
it's so
speaking of mouse
cute.
ears, this tag features
A113,
No
of
Luxor
course.
Ball in this movie, but you can definitely find that darn Pizza Planet truck if you look closely. It drives over the
made
bridge
its way to
when
France.
Chef Skinner is chasing Remy. Ratatouille foreshadows not one, but two future films. Up is referenced when the shadow of
Doug!
appears on the wall. And Wall-E's best friend Hal the cockroach can be spotted scurrying around the wall in Linguini's apartment. Could that just be a random cockroach?
I think
No,
so.
it's Hal.
Okay,
And
I don't know. I don't know about that. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure that the cockroach is Hal. That's like way too long for a cockroach to live, right? I hope they don't live that long. But that very well could be Doug the dog. So is it possible that Remy and Doug actually knew each other? Could you imagine if Remy could control Doug just like he does the chef in the movie? And Up even features cameos from the movie Ratatouille as well, which takes us to our next secret. The secrets of Up. Up may be one of the saddest movies that Pixar has ever made. Which, let's be real, probably distracted us all from the secrets that snuck into the movie because we're all sobbing. At least I was. But this includes a famous dish from the rodent chef himself.
exactly like this scene in Ratatouille
Literally, wait, hold on. That is the exact meal. Look,
Street, we
look,
can
look,
see
look,
the
look,
Pizza
look.
Planet truck. Carl and Charles Muntz eat
Look at this. It even has the caviar, the little cabbage or whatever
scallop dinner
underneath.
exactly like this scene.
Caviar, cabbage. Literally exact same meal. Did you guys catch that the first time you watched Up? I'm sure you didn't. Well, you might have. You're a beautiful genius. But I think we were all probably too busy crying, especially after Carl lost his house. Also, did you ever see who bought Carl's house? Because if you didn't, you should definitely pay attention to our next secret. The secret corporation that owns the world. One of the saddest moments in Up, obviously after the opening, is when Carl loses his house. But did you know it was B&L, the same company from WALL-E, that bought his house? And apparently there's a lot more to it than that. According to our friends at Comic Book Resource, let's take a look.
By and Large owns the Earth. The company B&L,
So B&L is by and large.
also known as By and Large, is featured throughout Pixar movies a lot.
That is giving Pepsi, right?
B&L owns Earth and the Axiom ship
Casually
that all the
owning
humans now
Earth.
live on in WALL-E. But it can be seen in other movies too, which makes us believe that the B&L Corporation was the
Took over the
downfall
world.
of the human race in the Pixar films because of its
Jeez.
over-monopolization. B&L
They used all of the resources on Earth.
is the company that is trying to buy out Carl's house in Up and is even the brand name of batteries inside of Buzz Lightyear.
They literally
just to
took
name
over.
A few examples.
It's actually kind of wild to think that B&L has been a pretty important part of the Pixar universe. this entire time. But is B&L really behind the end of the world? Because our next secret suggests that there may be more to it than that. The secret robopocalypse. I don't know if that's a real word, but we just made it one. Well, WALL-E gives us a lovely story in the post-apocalypse. We never really learn what caused the end of the world in the first place, but our friends at Comic Book Resource think they found the answer.
Don't live here anymore. This is another simple theory the After Hours team at Cracked came up with.
Let's
They
see.
think all Pixar films take place in the same universe of sentient
So all the Pixar movies take place in one universe.
beings who all come to the conclusion that they didn't want to live with humans anymore.
They
and
didn't
sent
wanna live
them
with
away to live in
humans.
space on the Axiom ship. You know, the ship housing
Oh.
all the fat people in WALL-E.
Yeah.
Man, it must have stunk in there. And when humans are allowed
Gross.
to return to Earth, they shall be ruled by cyborg Lord WALL-E and Eve.
He's
it
so
got a little
cute.
wacky at the end there, and it's kind of crappy a way for humans to go out, but honestly, we're not surprised. And this is where it becomes kind of
We're
a
not
bummer.
surprised?
In another theory, yes, there are tons of them, WALL-E actually contributed to the world being uninhabitable
he's too
by
perfect
destroying
and
the other
adorable.
WALL-E cleaning units because
No.
they were trying to take his gadgets. Either way, it's not great for us humans.
Guys, WALL-E is too adorable, right? Like, he could do no wrong. But they seriously went full Terminator on us humans. I don't know if I can ever look at WALL-E or Cars the same. What do you guys think? Do you think they actually created the robo-apocalypse? The Cars universe is pretty crazy when you think about it. And it's full of secrets, too. The many secrets of Cars. Even if you ignored the fact that they could have ended the human race, Cars is full of tributes to the rest of the Pixarverse, including Star Wars and even Pokemon. Take a look at this.
Cars is filled with NASCAR references, but we're especially impressed with
NASCAR.
this Apple car with the number 84 on it. Now, this is another
Steve Jobs.
tribute to Pixar CEO Steve Jobs, and 1984 was the first year Apple computers hit the
Oh.
market. Other real-life people received car tributes. Mater is an actual person whom the crew met on their Route 66 inspiration
You're kidding. I want to meet the real Mater in real life. Please?
trip.
I bet he's awesome.
And Lightning McQueen is named after Glenn McQueen, who worked on several Pixar films
Oh,
like A Bug's Life,
I didn't
Monsters,
know
Inc.,
that.
Toy Story, and more.
Cool tribute.
95, McQueen's number, is also the year that Toy Story was released. There's actually a lot of Toy Story references. McQueen's tire says Lightyear in Gamma Sector 4, which is a reference to Buzz and his deadly wrist laser. The Dynaco gas station from Toy Story is also featured. And remember the Butte sticker on Buzz's butt back in
Butte.
Toy Story 2? It's back again as a bumper
Nice
sticker
Butte.
on one of the cars. And here's your obligatory A113 and Pizza
Of
Planet
course.
truck. The other Pixar
Gotta
staple,
have it.
the Luxo ball, is harder to spot. It's on the sign in Sarge's hut.
That
Star
is
Wars
hard
and
to
Pokemon
spot.
both make appearances in this film. In the town hall,
Guys, I see the Pokeball.
there's a glass window with
Look
the
at
Death
it.
Star, and the other windows
The
feature
Death Star?
Pokeballs. And if you blink, you might miss seeing these birds from the Pixar short film For the Birds.
I did see
and
them.
After McQueen's makeover, his new tires are identical to the wheels on Carl and Ellie's newlywed
Aww.
car.
But does that mean that Cars has Pokemon? What would a Pokemon even look like in the movie Cars? For a race of supposedly evil car robots that took over the world, they sure do love movies and video games. This one was certainly jam-packed of secrets. However, unlike The Incredibles, the sequel of Cars throttled down the number of secrets. But we still managed to find them all for you anyways. The hidden secrets in Cars 2. Cars 2 is easily one of the more easily forgotten parts of the Pixarverse, which makes its secrets easier to miss. But once again, we've got you covered.
Now onto Cars 2, because I guess we got it. The Pizza Planet
We
truck
got
is
it.
on the sidelines
There he
of one of
is.
the races. Mater is flown away by a plane with an A113
Bye,
in its tail
Mater.
wing. Luxo has expanded from making balls to owning an entire airline.
Oh,
on top
dang,
of Floor's
casual.
Cafe, there's also a hidden Mickey that, in my opinion, isn't so hidden. A drive-in
love
movie
that.
theater is playing The Incredibles, and when the
It's at Incredimobiles.
crew are in Paris, there's a restaurant
Gastos, which, okay.
called Gastos, which is the Cars universe version of the restaurant.
But can we also just talk about, like, is Gaston from Beauty and the Beast a potential inspiration? I'm just asking.
Ratatouille. Pixar gives us a sneak peek to Brave in this picture of Merida and her
Yeah,
family.
the exact
shaped as
type of
cars.
animation. At this point, we might as well just YouTube the trilogy, right? Let's talk about all the secrets from Cars 3. Every secret in Cars 3. Cars' third lap around the Pixarverse has its fair share of secrets as well. So let's jump right into them.
In Cars 3, McQueen's new manager, Sterling, is quite the business car, judging by his office, which is numbered
A113.
A113. If you look closely at his workspace, you'll see Cinderella's pumpkin carriage from Cinderella.
I
In
want
one
one of
race scene,
those.
McQueen runs into several Pixar-themed cars,
Ooh.
like these two from Monsters, Inc. Number 10 looks
Sully.
like Sully, and number 16 looks a lot like George Sanders.
I could
There's
see
a car
that.
sponsored by
Sock
Triple
guy.
Ding Gum from Inside Out.
Triple dinkum.
We'll make you buy.
It's gonna be in my head.
Commercial
the Pizza Planet truck, car number 86, which refers to Pixar's startup year of 1986, and a Luxo ball-themed car. The ball makes another appearance when McQueen is talking to Smokey.
That's
and
hard
there's
to
this billboard
spot.
for Insuricare, the company that slowly destroyed Bob's soul in The Incredibles.
Poor
While
Bob.
at Sterling's training facility, McQueen comes
I wish I could just stand on a treadmill, get a workout. I'm sorry, I just got distracted.
across a race car dreaming about a home in Santa Celia.
Coco? Right?
This foreshadows the setting of their next film, Coco.
I knew it.
Also foreshadowing Coco in the Cotton Pen Bar, there's a guitar hanging up on the wall that's very similar
that's so
to Ernesto
cool.
de la Cruz's.
But can we just talk about how triple dent gum is everywhere? And how do cars even chew gum? That can't be good for the engine. Having a triple dent gum ad here makes you wonder if this really is a world without humans. So where exactly does Cars fit on the Pixar timeline? Well, I plan on getting to the bottom of that in our next secret. The Pixar timeline explained. Supposedly, all the Pixar movies exist on one timeline. But with all of these confusing secrets we found in the movie Cars, we certainly could use some clarification from our friends at Comic Book Resource.
It's all the same universe. Yep, you heard that right. There's a huge theory out there that all of the Pixar films live in the same universe. So all those
That'd be
talking
really
bugs,
impressive.
cars, and toys and monsters
They're all
live
secretly
under one
friends.
canon. The theory was developed by John Negroni, who wrote a whole thesis in 2013
entire
as to why this
thesis?
is possible. The Pixar timeline
That's a big
goes
amount
like
of
this.
research.
The Good Dinosaur, Brave,
Duh.
The Incredibles 1 and 2, Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Finding Nemo, Finding Dory,
Interesting.
Ratatouille, Toy Story 3, Up, Inside Out, Cars, Cars 2,
Cars.
Cars 3, Planes,
Oh yeah, 'cause no
Planes, Fire
humans.
and Rescue, Wall-E, A Bug's Life, Monsters U, and finally Monsters Inc.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I wouldn't have assumed Monsters Inc. would be at the end because there are humans in it. Right? But that did help explain quite a bit. Even the connection between Wall-E and A Bug's Life, which we'll be explaining in our next secret. The secret of the tree. While some of you may be too young to remember A Bug's Life, it's one of Pixar's best movies. And just like Wall-E, we actually don't even see people on the Earth. Although we do see signs of human existence, or at least that they had existed. Most of us just thought this is because the movie takes place in an ant colony far away from people. But I found a different explanation.
The same tree. Remember the tree sapling in Wall-E?
In the
Rumor
shoe?
has it that sapling becomes the tree of life in Bug's Life. What's
The
different in
tree
this
of
theory from
life.
the previous one is that the reasons no humans are in Bug's Life is that the humans have yet to repopulate the Earth entirely.
Oh, that sounds like it's gonna take a while. That theory puts A Bug's Life in a whole new light. However, it doesn't explain their connection to Toy Story, but our next secret does. The secret connection between A Bug's Life and Toy Story 2. Two of the most connected movies in the Pixar universe have to be A Bug's Life and Toy Story 2. And it all
Cup is
starts
another
with this
reference
cup. Mega gulp.
to Pixar's favorite pizza joint. A Bug's Life is also heavily referenced in Toy Story 2. Not only is there merchandise from the
Look at that! The main little beetle guy.
film stacked in the toy store, but Andy also has a Bug's Life calendar in
I
his
see
room.
that.
And at the end of the film, Mrs. Potato Head
Is
is reading a
book on
Life
bugs.
to her Toddle Tots. But
Toddle Tots. What a cute little name. Another thing these two movies share is Randall, our purple chameleon from Monsters Inc. Remember this scene? So this is from A Bug's Life. We have Pizza Planet truck, we have the RV, lights go down, we have the Firefly bugs, and then now we have the same RV, Pizza Planet truck, and Randall. Woo! That looked painful. That ain't a gator. Literally the same exact location. So Randall at least visited the same RV park from A Bug's Life in Monsters Inc. But to understand how Randall connects to Toy Story, you'll have to hear our next secret. Was Randall Andy's monster? Randall is by far the scariest monster in all of Monsters Inc. And one of the kids he may have been assigned to scare could have been none other than Andy himself.
Randall and Toy Story. The whole plot of Monsters Inc. is that the monster's purpose is to scare little kids for energy use.
Messed up.
Many think that Randall, the purple lizard creep, who is the villain in Monsters Inc., is in
terrifying.
fact Andy's monster. We can see Randall training up against the same wallpaper that's in Andy's room, that
Wait.
baby blue cloud wallpaper.
The exact same.
Randall is seen
Look.
shape-shifting in front of it, making fans
Right
think
there.
he's training
That's
to
the
blend into
exact
Andy's room.
Toy Story
Great.
wallpaper.
First, his toys come to life and fight each other. Now he's got a shape-shifting monster after him.
I am certainly glad that Mike and Sully were able to convince the monsters to convert laughter instead of screams. If not, Randall could have scared Andy to death, and we never would have gotten a Toy Story 2. And we almost didn't, which takes us to our next secret. The secret deleted Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2 is an absolute classic, but it was almost deleted on on accident. Take a look at this.
Toy Story 2 was nearly deleted. Toy Story has some pretty interesting secrets, but nothing's quite as juicy as Toy Story 2 almost being totally deleted.
That would have been
Why is
so
it right
sad.
next to the enter key? I don't know. Someone at PIXAR accidentally ran the command RM on the drive where all the Toy Story 2
know what
files
that
were
means.
kept. You might be wondering what RM does.
Yeah.
It's basically a self-destruct for computers wiping everything off the device as fast as it can.
Okay,
The
don't
creative
hit that
animators
button,
watched in
but do hit the subscribe button.
horror as Woody's hats and boots disappeared, followed by Woody himself.
That would have
like
been
the snap
so
heard around
sad.
the cinematic world. Other characters had soon been deleted as well. The animators tried unplugging
Characters
the
were
machines,
deleted?
but most of the movie was already gone.
Oh
to make
my
matters
gosh.
worse, backups had failed for the last month, so there was no additional copies of the film.
Well, what'd they
Always
do?
back up your work, folks. Insert absolute panic here. Someone was
real.
going to be fired, but it turns out that one person had copied the whole film to her home computer. She brought the computer into PIXAR so that the files could be downloaded, and Toy Story 2 was saved.
What's her
All
name?
thanks
She's a
to an
hero.
at-home copy.
Also, but like, did she get in trouble? Was she allowed to have saved the movie to her home PC? I mean, okay, we don't care. We still got the movie all because of her. I also would have hated to be the person that accidentally deleted the movie. But at least he got a shout out in Toy Story 4. Look at this.
This license is the code that accidentally deleted Toy Story 2 from Pixar's computers, nearly destroying the movie for good.
I love how detailed the Easter eggs in Pixar movies seem to be. Like, that's like an inside joke. Only the people who worked on the movie would understand. But that was certainly not the only secret in Toy Story 4. The antique room alone was a treasure trove of secrets. The shop full of secrets. Toy Story 4 didn't seem to get as much love as the others, but the antique shop was absolutely packed of secrets. Let's run through them all.
And the antique store is loaded with Pixar Easter eggs. It's like the Avengers Endgame of Pixar.
I'm ready.
There's Bing Bong's rocket, goggles from Finding Nemo, the
Oh.
cookie box from A Bug's Life, Carl's cane from Up, Jerry,
much.
the snow globe from The Short Knick-Knack, Merida's clan insignia, the Chinese food box, the Elasticycle from Incredibles 2.
There's so
and
many.
the store was built in 1986, the year Pixar
Oh,
was founded.
wow.
And this Pegasus foreshadows the van Guinevere from Onward. The van was also named after Arthur's wife and the Yoko Ono of Camelot, Guinevere.
You're kidding. There were so many Easter eggs in that, I couldn't even speak. I can't even count the amount of movies that we just like witnessed in that one little room. But it makes sense that Toy Story would put this many cameos into an antique shop, since Toy Story has appeared in like everything else. I mean, you've seen how many times the pizza truck popped up, but one of my favorite Toy Story Easter eggs comes from the movie Turning Red, which happens to be our very next secret. Miriam is a Buzz Lightyear fan. Okay, so it may not technically be a Toy Story reference, since Lightyear is about the hero that the toy is based on. However, did you know Malin's friend Miriam certainly is a fan of the hero too, as our friends at Flicks in the City will explain.
Every Pixar movie includes an Easter egg to the next
Of
one on
course.
the studio schedule. And next up is Lightyear, Buzz's origin story. In Turning Red, Malin's friend Miriam is an avid skater, and if you
I
look,
look
at
at the
her
skateboard and
very
that's the cat.
closely, you can spot a sticker of Socks,
Aw.
Buzz's robotic cat companion in Lightyear.
Socks.
Hello, Buzz. I am Socks.
Socks
your
is
personal
so
companion
cute.
robot.
Turning Red.
But what I loved about the movie Turning Red, even more than the references to Buzz Lightyear, were all the wild anime references, which happens to be the very last secret on our list. Every anime reference in Turning Red. If you miss the anime references in the movie Turning Red, then you miss some of the coolest secrets in the whole movie. So let's run through all of them with Flicks in the City.
Red continues the trend of Luca with a striking and sometimes exaggerated animation style.
I love it.
And she
The
infused
kawaii
the film
eyes.
with details from anime.
So
whenever a
cute.
character gets especially excited, their eyes become super dilated
I
with
love it.
sparkles and stars, a
The
very popular
kitties.
effect in anime. All of which is intended to communicate and signal the emotional roller coaster of
Very
adolescence.
emotional.
This shot and pose of May leaping across the sky feels like a specific shout
Oh!
out to the Japanese animation The
Exact
Girl
same
Who Leapt
pose.
Through Time.
Yeah.
I love the style of this shot with Maylin set against the red moon, and as she
Very
soars
classy.
through the air, you can
Very
also
chic.
spot a billboard for Air Canada
Air
with
Canada.
a particularly fitting tagline for May in this moment.
Fly with us. Honestly, the anime eyes get me every time. Well, that's all the secrets I had in this video. Which secret was your favorite? And are there any details that I missed? Make sure you let me know in the comments and click on one of the next videos before you miss one of those. And make sure you're subscribed for more secret videos like this one. Wait, in fact, you can check out this one right now, or this one, or this one. Don't miss it before they disappear.